Hello, Zone 32 back here. Some more work on the 1-ton truck here. 09 Cummins. You gotta get you a shot of the whole truck here, what we got. We are working on a 1-ton. It is 4-wheel drive. And it does have a 6.7. And there's Cummins badge. And of course, we got our little sidekick helper here, named Kahlua. Okay, this is more on running or getting set up for the Race Me Ultra. Spared the expense of taking the pillar pod back off, and some of the stuff you have to undo here. There's a seal plate up in here. You can use Phillips, or I'll have to look at the other size and I'll note it in the bottom of the video. There's a screw here, one down here, here, and right there to loosen this plate up. Your hood latch assemblies on there, and OBD too. Just carefully set it down. You don't have to unhook it. You can if you want to get all that out. And then this other cover here, it snaps in up here in the dash. And then there's 2 bolts that go down here and here, or I should say screws. And then I got the pedal assist on mine, or movement, so this is what this clip is. Just be careful when you undo your clips so you don't break your little tabs off that lock them in. So, okay, what I got here, I'll take you to the engine area. Let's see if I can hopefully get a good view for you. I'll try to zoom in here for you. Oh, we're all the way zoomed in. Alright. But what there is there's a block off plate if you get a manual. And what I did is I drilled I believe it was a 5/16 hole. You can get a drill, or I got my DeWalt down in here without having to take my battery and all that off. It's tight, but you can get in there. And then I ran one wire here for my EGT valve, and then the other wire here is for a newer model, but I ran it just in case of future upgrades I can use it. It's a plug-in that goes between or behind the ram horn on here, and on mine I'll get the sizes and everything for you. I put the block off plate on. What I did is make sure when you put these in, even if you do them with a type of drill or ratchet or whatever, start these first, thread them in so you don't cross thread them, because otherwise you just got a bunch of more work you got to do for yourself. And then I put the throttle delete plate or section in here as well. And make sure on a lot of this, I spent probably just on this part here alone 25-30 minutes of cleaning all the gaskets. You don't want to gouge your surface area. You can use Scotch-Brite pad. I use 600 grit. Get yourself some isopropylene alcohol or carb clean, brake clean, and make sure before you mate anything up, it don't matter if you had a crappy gasket, good gasket, if your surfaces ain't clean, it ain't gonna matter. So make sure you do a good cleanup on it. Okay, let's go back in here now. Okay, what I got, this is the one that had the 3 prongs that goes on the newer model trucks behind the ram horn. There's a 3-plug system. You undo a cap and you can plug it in that way. Mine is going to go into and read off of the OBD too. And on this system here, alright, back again. On this system here, I got the Race Me Ultra. and it shows in the directions. I got the newer setup. On the older one, you had these two systems here. They would slide together. But anyways, on this, when you do a lot of your connections, plugging them in, just be careful because it don't take much to break these little plastic tips off. And what I did here is, this one here is the one we're going to run. This is your cable that runs up to your tuner screen. And it's, come on, focus. It's basically like your phone jack cable. And then what there is there's a little slots here. I use the zip ties they supplied. And then this other one here on this end is for the EGT valve. And what I'm going to do is, I got this side piece off here. When you start pulling stuff, just take it easy so you don't break your clips. Just kind of pull a little bit and see if you can get up inside and see. Some of these might slide back in and they have to come forward and then out to get them out. But let's see if I can get up in here. By the brake, emergency brake thing is where I'm going to mount mine at, right up in here. I'm going to put some zip ties. I've heard of people using Velcro. I was going to try that, but I think over time it's going to slide down. They Velcro it to this plate. And like I said, when you're putting these together, just make sure when you take your time putting all this together. All right, let's see here. And then get the view up in here, hopefully. All right, I don't know, you can see that little bit of light. I got to use some either RVT silicone from the auto parts or some silicone to seal that hole. But that's where, if you had a manual that your rod would go through for your clutch plate. So, all right, get you set up here. I'm gonna get this. Hopefully I got you. Yeah, I'm gonna bring you back down here. But anyways, I'm gonna try to get that up in there, and then I'm gonna pause you here for a minute. Once I get it all up finagled in there and zip tied, and I'll bring you back.